Hey Dreamers, this is Jade and I'm back with my journal flip for the month of October. So let's just jump right into it. First of all, for my cover page, I just drew out this cute little witch for the theme of Halloween, October, yada yada yada. I'm not altogether satisfied with it, but it turned out okay. And so the next day, I had been on the hunt for some Oxfords to take with me on my trip later in the month, and it just was not working out for me. I found an option, but I didn't want to go ahead and buy it. I wanted to try to find some other ones first. And that day, I had been telling you guys that I was going to try the Krispy Kreme, the pumpkin spice that everybody raves about. So I got a Krispy Kreme pumpkin spice donut just to try it out. And yeah, underwhelmed. It's not nasty. I don't think it's gross or not tasty or anything. It's just doesn't deserve the hype, in my opinion. So it was just meh. You know, it was okay. I mean, if somebody bought me one, I would eat it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to go and buy anything pumpkin spice. Anywho, that was October 6th. October 7th, I had the craziest dream about me and one of my best friends. And like first he turned into like this Buddha figure. It was crazy. And then we were like fighting aliens together, and then the angel Castiel from Supernatural was there. It was wild. But like the aliens were like electronic thing. It was crazy. Anyway, I just had to record it because it was wild. Like, I love when I have those crazy, wild, off the wall dreams because they're just so entertaining. Anyway, that's pretty much what was going on October 7th. 10/10. Yes, the premiere of Supernatural season 15. This is the last season. I'm gonna miss seeing Sam and Dean on the screen, but it is time. I don't want it to keep going on, and I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't want to see this anymore. So yeah, it's about time for them to end it. But I'm gonna be sad, but I re-binge all the time. So yeah. So I just lettered out their family motto: saving people, hunting things, the family business, and that is it. And I just put the poster over here. So yeah, that was for October 10th. And here was just a complete day, October 11th, of a whole lot of synchronicities and things occurring that just people would call them coincidences, but I don't believe in coincidences. So anyway, synchronicity, the simultaneous occurrence of events which appear significantly related but have no discernible causal connection. So boom, that's what it is. I found a fortune, and it says happiness isn't having what you want, but rather in wanting what you have. I mean, just synchronicities all around that day. So it was just like a day full of them. So I just had to kind of record that for myself. Boom, that was October 11th. So on October 13th, I also kind of had a little day of synchronicities. Today was the day I determined I'm going to go out and I'm going to find exactly what I'm looking for. That was my expectation. That was my intention. And I told you guys I had been looking for some Oxfords. Now, mind you, they don't have, like, just in retail stores, a lot of stores don't have Oxfords for women in the store. So I had been having to look in the boys section. And I see Oxfords for women online, and there's a specific pair in my mind that I want. And eventually I'll get those. But I wanted something that I could get immediately and try on and make sure it was the right size and yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, one place I have not checked. I'm going to go to Burlington and check, Burlington Coat Factory or whatever. And so I went out that day, and I was like, I don't know where, but I'm going to find these shoes, and they're going to be perfect. Went to Burlington, and the funny thing is, it's either on my way, I either passed a street or I turned onto a street that was very close to the store I was going to that said Old Oxford Way. So that was one of my signs. I was like, okay, I'm finding what I'm looking for. And then also, earlier that day, I had been looking through my list of things that I write down daily that I just want to manifest, just to prove to myself that we are creating our days every day or whatever. Anyway, months ago, I had written down that I wanted to find a 4-leaf clover. This was months ago, and I was like, oh, this hadn't showed up yet. And I had watched a video that day, and I happened to see this girl. She was flipping through her journal, and she had pasted all these 4-leaf clovers she found in her journal. I was like, that's crazy. And but I was like, it says I wanted to find a 4-leaf clover. But the funny thing was, I know it was fall, it was getting colder. I know I was not finna be in nobody's ground looking for no 4-leaf clover. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I was not expecting to find one anytime soon. So whatever. Anyway, went to the Burlington Coat Factory. Boom, I found 2 pairs of Oxfords that I really like. One of them did not fit in my size, and the other one did. So that's the one that I bought. I love them. Here's a picture of them. And then I went to the next store, which was right beside it, just looking around. Came out of that store, and on the sidewalk, guys, I kid you not, I found a metal 4-leaf clover. I mean, it's just the weirdest thing ever. I wanted to show it to you. So that's why I printed out this little 4-leaf clover with the rainbow and stuck it there. So it was that kind of a day where everything was just kind of falling in line, boom, 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 or whatever. So that happened. That was October 13th. The next day, not the next day, on the 15th, I was preparing to go to my, preparing myself for my trip. And I had an early morning hair appointment with my girl. She lives a little kind of out of the way from where I live. Not live, she works a little out of the way from where I live. And so I had to travel a little bit to go and get that done. And my hair looked nice. Of course, I love the way she does my hair. She's quick and efficient. And I've been going to her since I was like a teenager. So, yeah. And then I got to get some good reading done. In my book, I was reading Shantaram at the time. And such a good book, guys. I need to do a review. But I'm afraid I don't quite remember everything now. So I might have to read it over again. I don't know. Anywho. So afterwards, in that area, there's really good shopping. So I checked like Joann's. I got a few things from there on clearance. Michael's, AC Moore, Tuesday Morning, all that kind of stuff. And when I was in Marshall's, I found this on the floor, just haphazardly. It was just laying on the floor. And 417 is one of my significant numbers for myself. And I was just blown away. I was like, really? This thing has 4? I was like, okay. Yeah, so I picked it up. I don't know if somebody needed it. It looks like something to do with the store or whatever. So, but it's mine now. And I pasted it in here. Or whatever. So that was pretty much what was going on that day. And then on October 16th, the day before my trip, I was just basically spending the day preparing, doing laundry, making sure I had everything packed. I had all my stuff. My medicines were packed up and in my carry-on, my iPad, all that kind of stuff. So that's basically what was going on that day. And I don't have the days of my trip in this journal. I'm going to put that in a separate journal. I have all my ephemera. I did do daily journaling, so I would remember what we did that day, the days, so I could go back and fill in whatever. So I'm just going to continue on till after my trip. So on the 23rd, I finished watching Money Heist on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have heard of this show, but it is so good. My brother put me on it, and I was late because it actually has 3 seasons so far, and I think season 4 is going to drop in January sometime. It is so, I mean, these people are infuriating and frustrating, and you're gonna want to strangle every single character, but the characters are so colorful. They're so nuanced. I love the professor. He is so smart. And it's like he thinks of everything almost. And even when they mess up, like somehow y'all, it's like the ultimate chess match between him and the police and then his team and all of their mess ups. It's good, okay? I don't even know how to explain it. It's so good. If you have not watched the show, watch it. Now, it's originally, I think it was originally filmed in Spain, and it's a Spanish show. So you can tell it's voiced over with English actors or whatever, or English voiceovers. You can tell the mouths are off, but you get used to it. So, but it's a good show. Check it out. Also that day I had an early morning dentist appointment. So went there, got that all done. And when I have early appointments, I generally don't go to sleep. Like, I usually kind of stay up all night and just go to my appointment and then come back and sleep. So I had maybe like an hour or two of sleep. So when I got back home, I just crashed. And this time, dreams told you off the wall. I had a dream that I was riding Drogon from Game of Thrones. So I had to put this little dragon there to represent that. I just thought it was cool. So that was what was going on the 23rd, the 27th. My little nephew has decided he wants to play hockey now. So he had his first kind of like hockey class. I don't know that it's an actual team yet, but I do know he's taking like hockey classes on the weekend. And y'all should see these little people out on the I mean, my nephew, he's of course he's a little bigger now. He's almost 10 or whatever. But there were some little baby kids. I mean, like tiny little people out on the rink, and they were so cute, and they were good, guys. It was like they were like Gordon Bombays. Like, they had been doing this already for years. It was crazy. So, but it was so cute to see. And so, yeah, just there to for his first practice, to encourage him and all that kind of stuff, because my nephew's thebomb.com. And so, let's see. Last day, Halloween. This was the day that I got my gratitude documented. Did I do the cover? I think this was the day that I finished the cover of getting it decorated and all that kind of stuff, and preparing myself for November 1st to do or participate in gratitude documented. And then, of course, Halloween. And my nephew had the ingenious idea to, is it ingenious or genius? I don't know. Anyway, he had the genius idea to dress as a mailbox. So his mom made him this costume, and it was funny. He said they went out, because he generally trick-or-treats in my neighborhood. So they went out, him and his parents, trick-or-treating, and they said that everybody absolutely loved his costume, that he was the one, everybody was like, no, take extra, get extra candy. No, I love your costume. Like, please have more candy or whatever. So he came back with a full bounty of candy, and then ends up leaving it at our house. So, yeah, we had to get him his candy the next day when he came. But anyway, that was pretty much it for October. If you guys have any comments or questions about anything, you can definitely leave those below. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel, you'rethebomb.com, liking and sharing. I appreciate you guys. I really do. If you're new here, consider doing the same. Hit the bell icon to get the notifications of when I post. Usually Mondays and Fridays. Every now and again, there will be bonus videos throughout the week. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.